Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland fishing cabin project to work on pathways and custom trees and rivers and waterfalls. So let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland. It's always good to have you here for another super awesome build. And what we're going to work on here is our pathway. So we're finally going to freshen up the outside of our fishing cabin and make this area look pretty cool. So we'll extend our little river along here, and we'll do a wonderful little waterfall there and pathways. So that'll look pretty cool. Custom trees and different things like that. But before we start, I want to show you some future projects. So for this area over here, I've been planning this for a very long time. So when this block originally came out, the diorite or cookies and cream block, whatever you prefer, I said this would make an excellent snow block. So something for maybe like a glacier or something. So what we're going to do is we're finally going to do it. We're going to go up there and we're going to put some super awesome snow-capped mountains up on those tops there. We're going to do a wide waterfall coming down here, which will be similar to Bridal Falls in Yosemite. And it'll look really awesome from down here at the dining room and the kitchen. I think that's going to look totally spectacular. But we have plenty of work to do today, so let's get started with our pathway. So we're just going to jump up here, and we're just going to lay down a couple blocks here, and we're going to throw in one there, and we're going to throw that there and there. So as you can see, this is kind of our pathway design. It's a real kind of random, crumbly to polished type design. Where was that? There we go. So you can see that how we're just going to kind of fit in some of these blocks here or there. And we've done this design somewhat in the Skyrim village that we're building, and we've done it over in the roller coaster project. But I think this is the first time we've done it on an actual video, so kind of cool today. So you can see this doesn't look right, so we'll just knock that out. We'll replace it, say, with that, and then we'll kind of come over here and maybe put a polished block there. See how that is? Just kind of fitting them in there, putting them in different random spots, and I think that'll look really cool when we get it all finished up. So, you just kind of stick a couple random ones here and there and just kind of fill it in. If you don't like something, just knock it out and try again, put something else here or there, but try to get it as random kind of pattern as possible so it doesn't have too many repeating lines and patterns and different things like that. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the updates that we've recently got in Minecraft, where we've gotten some absolutely spectacular things now in Minecraft for us to play with for quite some time. We've got armor stands. Armor stands, I looked back and there's like 3 videos I made when we were building the Scarland house, where I was like talking about some of these things that we actually got. And it was like, it's awesome that it finally got these devices or these blocks that we've wanted for so long in Minecraft. And yeah, it just feels good to finally have some new possibilities coming up with more builds where we could take the red sandstone or the armor stands and do unique and things with those things like animatronics for the roller coaster project and different things like that. I'm really excited for some of these things. So what at this point is your guys' favorite new item in 1.8? So 1.8 I assume is pretty much wind down of new features wise. I don't suspect that they have really any more features yet planned, because it seems like after today's snapshot, it's all about bug fixes and optimizations. And I can't even underestimate the benefits of the optimization they did in this particular snapshots and update. Think about that. Like computers back in the day, or at least Minecraft on my computer, same computer that I played on it in 2010, and I could barely play the game back then. And now I'm like doing like 15 or 20 chunks, and I'm getting good performance. And I'm not recording, but just doing it standard. But it's awesome. I feel like they really kind of really opened up the floodgates of awesomeness on this update, and we've got some really cool stuff. So I'm pretty excited about the future of what we have planned and different things like that for our Minecraft adventures. Alright, so I think our pathway is starting to look good. So things like this, we could take that out or mix in a few other patterns here or there. But for the most part, I really like this pathway. I think that looks really cool. Alright, so now we're going to expand our little river here. So I want this river to kind of flow around here. So there's at least some kind of visual interest in this area, and makes a reason why the pathway is kind of askew like this. It goes around this little part of the river right there. So then the river is going to kind of flow back around and then open up into this spot right here, and that will flow down into a little waterfall. So I think that'll be pretty cool to have like just a small little waterfall in this corner. So when you're on the suspension bridge over here, it kind of loops around there. You'll see this really cool little waterfall kind of flowing down here. It's just a small bit of detail, but never underestimate those small little waterfalls or plants around your particular build. They just can add a lot of environmental interest, and different things like that can really make your build stand out. All right, so I'm just gonna take this section out here, and I want this little peninsula thing right here. We might do a tree up there. I think that will look nice. Just a few bit of refinement work around here. Just clean that out like so. But yeah, there we go. We've got a little river built out here. We can kind of make a few more adjustments here or there. But yeah, so give me 1 second. Let me kind of catch my breath, and I'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. So I did a little bit of the boring work where I added the water that flows through our little river, and I created a little dam right there. And let's see here. So as you can see, I chopped out the mountain just a little bit. So let's start working on our waterfall. So I'm gonna run up this pillar just a little bit there. There we go. I kind of want, what I want here is that the waterfall will kind of come around here and it'll flow down and then hit that and then kind of disperse out over that section down there. And then we'll kind of shimmy it up a little bit on either side to make it a little skinnier. So, oh, hello, zombie. You coming to play waterfall too? Or not? Ha ha ha. All right, so I'm going to let the floodgates open here. There we go. Let's see what we got. So sometimes you get what you want the first shot. And to be honest, I think we did. I think we actually got something we want. Hey, oh, you coming back for a second? Oh, yes, you are, but I've got my Scar sword. All right, so let's just build up this, and I think we actually got what we want in the first. Oh, so you got friends, huh? Well, you just got scarred. All right, so let's enough shenanigans. Let's get back to work here. So I think we've got a pretty cool waterfall. I kind of want to add a little bit to that section there, and let me go get a bit more smooth stone, and then I want to talk a little bit about live streaming. So I love live streaming, and unfortunately the last couple days I have not been able to, and I apologize about that, but my health just hasn't been great the last week or so, and I've kind of fallen behind a bit on videos and things of that nature. And I was lucky I had some built up for this occasion anyway. I usually try to have at least a little bit of videos built up just in case. And yeah, so I'm feeling a little bit better now, but I kind of had a rough week or so. So I've haven't been able to do a ton of live streams because I'm always wake up and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm ready to do it and I'm ready to go. And then, once I start moving about and I realize, oh man, I'm just not there. And live streaming takes a ton of energy, maybe for, somebody of normal health, it's just like jump on, play a little bit. But a lot of like the talking and different things like that can really kind of put a strain on me. So I have to do it when I'm feeling well, and I haven't been. And I apologize, and I will be doing it soon. I will be jumping on, hopefully, maybe today. So this will go up Saturday. I'm making this a day or two early, but I hope to be able to jump on tonight, or tonight for some people. But yeah, so I love making live streams. They're super fun. The interaction that we have, building and just having a good time. I love that. That's some of the most fun I've ever had doing this type of thing. Making videos and stuff like that has been live streaming. So I will continue to do it, but sometimes I do have to take a break and kind of rest up a little bit. So I do apologize, but it's just sometimes that's unfortunately the way it has to be, where I kind of have to take a break and kind of recharge my batteries. But yeah, so I'll put a link down in the description where you could head over to Twitch and follow me there, or you could follow me on Twitter and be notified when I about to go live and things of that nature. But there we go. All right, I'm gonna put another one there and maybe just a little bit more stonework right here. Now, to make this a little bit nicer, we'll also come in here and do a bit of andesite and different things like that. And it looks like the skeletons have all come out to play. It's a little early for Halloween, guys. Just a little early. So go play over there until Halloween. All right, look at that. I love it. The waterfall is super sweet. Okay, let's head back over here and work on this section over here. So I was thinking, why not do another little stream over here? I think it might look kind of cool to have an additional kind of water stream over here where we can have some additional ponds and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty good right there. We always kind of come through here and refine a bit as we please. There we go, put that down. And I'm the worst at making it. Excuse me, I told you Halloween is still a few months away. Get out of here. Are you coming back for more? Oh, no, you're dead. Haha. But what else do I want to talk about today? So we talked about all the cool new blocks that we're going to get to soon have in Minecraft, which is unbelievable. Like I was talking about in the beginning, I'm just super excited. All the prismarine blocks. So I feel like it's time to go on another adventure in Scarland. What are you guys' thoughts on an adventure to find an underwater dungeon or temple or whatever they decided to call that thing? But I think it'd be cool to go on an adventure and kind of explore some unseen areas of Scarland and generate some new land. Hopefully, maybe we can find a mesa biome. That would be actually the best of that would be to find an actual mesa biome and just have nearly unlimited hardened clay. For building, that would be huge. Like I can't even tell you how huge that would be for Scarland to have an infinite supply of hardened clay. All right, that is looking super snazzy. Getting stuff built up here, looking pretty darn cool. So let's head on over here and deposit that and grab out some mossy cobblestone. And where's our andesite? I think we got some andesite, and we're gonna need some of you. Perfect, wonderful. All right, so let's fly back on over here and work on this section down here. So let's go down here. I love making waterfalls. I think I mentioned this in a live stream, but for you guys that missed it, some of my original waterfalls. So I had a world and it was called the Grotto, and it had the spawn was in the middle of like a donut shaped mountain. It was probably one of the coolest spawns in Minecraft ever. I've never seen a spawn like that ever again. And what it did was, back in the day, this is before compasses or even beds were added to Minecraft. And I used to get lost all the time, and I would get super frustrated. And this time I spawned in this new world and I'm safe. I can mine, I can light this whole little grotto area up, and I don't have to deal with a single mob. And I was having just a blast. So that was my previous world before Scarland. And it was awesome. One of the best worlds of all time. But one of the things was, I was really bad at building back then. I would take water, like a waterfall, and I would put it on top of a mountain and turn the whole mountain into a waterfall. And I'm like, so awesome. I look back at that and I'm like, what was I thinking? What kind of insanity? But you know, you got to learn somewhere. You know, you gotta start in some spot, and that's how I started. Pretty much building was, you know, carving out this mountain and making these like glass windows outside the mountain, lots of tunnels. I called it like the Apple Store of Minecraft because it was these giant, you know, like windows, kind of like the New York Apple Store, and so that's kind of how I just started. And my waterfalls were awful. They were not realistic at all. Like this one, you know, it has some sense of realism. You know, it's got the rocks kind of built up here. These stones need to be covered up a bit more. But it starts out like that, kind of flows down, has a natural feel to it. Whereas my original ones, oh, they were awful. I even incorporated lava into it. So I would take lava and add it to one side of it, and it was just bad ideas. It was bad, but it was good times back then, you know? Starting out fresh, everything's new. You never played a crazy game like this ever before. There's an invisible block there, which is scaring me. But yeah, it was fun, you know? Everything was new and fresh, and oh, super exciting. Hey, look, that block appeared. But look at that. I think that's pretty darn cool. I think we've got a really nice waterfall built up here. And let's kind of finish off this top section up here. Just add a little bit of andesite in here, like so. And put a little piece there. But yeah, for the most part, I think that waterfall's set. So when we're on the bridge, once we build our little Indiana Jones type bridge over here, which is this dirt bridge at the moment, we can see that nice little waterfall kind of flowing off to the side. I think that'll be really awesome. So give me 1 second here. Let me kind of catch my breath, and I'll be right back. All right, so I thought for this section where it's under the house here, looking kind of strange, I thought we'd take some polished andesite and put that down here. I think that'll look pretty, yeah, that looks good like that. I think that looks good. We got one spare, but I think that's going to be good. I'm just going to throw that extra piece in there. Wonderful, very good, very good. All right, so we need to do just a bit more looking around here just to see if everything looks good to our waterfall. And for the most part, I think it does. I think it's starting to look pretty good. We might do a little bit of work up in that section up there, but I might do that off camera. But for the most part, I think our waterfall is all set and ready to go. So we can do just a bit of work in the underwater section. So we just add some, you know, some extra life to this. So what the design or the theme of this particular garden is it's not like, you know, a manicured lawn or something along those lines. This is kind of a rustic, you know, this is something in the woods, you know, something that you don't really take care of. You just let it kind of go a little bit. And I think that's kind of the theme we're going to try to go for here a little bit, is not to have this, you know, topiaries and manicured lawns of any kind, but just something you kind of let go a little bit. And we're going to try to use a little bit of my favorite new block, is the coarse dirt, and I think that'll look kind of cool along some of these sides. You know, it just adds a little extra design to it, breaks up some of the monotony of the green grass that is on the dirt. So I think that'll look pretty cool. We finally get the green, or the coarse dirt in here, looking super snazzy. All right, so just gonna add a few of these pieces along the side of the bank here. There we go. There we go, perfect, wonderful. Yeah, that's starting to look nice. It's starting to give that a little bit nicer feel to the area. So adding rocks to, you know, the build along here really does add quite a bit of extra visual interest to the build, and gives it a little bit more natural feel. You know, sometimes, you know, when you see a lot of cobblestone around, it can give the feel of somebody, you know, with kind of a messy land, like they had something half built there. But for the most part, it does look a little bit like rocks. You know, rocks kind of built up there on the sides of the river. And I love this coarse dirt. I think it's going to be really useful for pathways, for kind of less refined pathways and different things like that. I think it's going to be a great addition to building. I think we can definitely make use of it in our horse stables and different things like that. I think that's going to be a great place for it, and not have to deal with the encroaching green grass. There we go. So just add like little sections of it, you know, and then add some rock on top of it. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, and then what we could do too is kind of go down here, add a sunken rock down there. See, look at that. It's really added a lot of life to this area of the build over here. And let's just fly on over here and just add a bit over here. There we go. What's nice too is if you can, you know, add some depth to it, you know, maybe cut out this section here. Let's cut out and down there and just fill that in with some coarse dirt. So we'll knock that out there. There we go. So just add a little bit of variety. So there's like this little cliff here. There's a little bit of water on this side. And then you can kind of mix in a little bit of coarse dirt into here. It kind of breaks up just the standard pattern of the dirt. See how that kind of adds just a little bit extra design there, a little bit. There we go. So it's not all just the same kind of dirt. So it adds a little bit, like this part's maybe a little more wet than the other parts. There we go. Collect all that extra. And look at that, just adds a little extra to that cliff. I think that looks pretty nice. And then, you know, maybe just one piece here, or maybe one right there. And then we can add our landscaping to that. So then start adding some, you know, some plants and some different things going down there. You could even throw in a couple rocks down there, cut out that, put that down there. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. All right, come in here. There we go. You know, doing that, you know, I don't know about that, how it kind of cuts the water off there. I don't think that looks too good. So you can kind of bring that up a little bit like that. And then maybe just throw in a piece of rock right there. And yeah, look at that. I think that is starting to look pretty darn snazzy over in this section. It's starting to get late and very dark, so we're gonna have to wrap her up soon. But let's just add a little bit more over here. There we go. And then maybe just take let's not do gravel. Gravel wouldn't be stacking it in a block like that. It would be into the ground like so. There we go. Nice. Let's grab out just a bit of rock up here. Nice. And then we can add some along here. next to the water like so, and that'll look really nice. Hey, I told these guys that it wasn't Halloween yet, and they're pushing me away. They're pushing me away from my work. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We got the sky sword ready to go. All right, we're going in. Going in. Told you guys it was not Halloween, and you defy my orders. All right, there we go. All right, well, I think we have got some really good progress now on our lawn and our front yard of our fishing cabin project. We've got a beautiful little waterfall built up here. We've got this really pretty snazzy pathway. I think I'll probably move this block into maybe a polished andesite right there. But yeah, for the most part, I think we've got something that finally looks like, kind of a forest, I think this looks really nice. And then we'll start doing the custom trees and different things like that. And well, guys, this has been Good Times with Scar. And I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, so let's put our finishing touches here. So let's get out our lounge chair. So let's see. Where would we put a lounge chair? Let's see. Let's do one like right here. And let's do one right there. All right, so we'll cut that out. Cut out our chocolate and put our vanilla in. There we go. And